350 swings, snatches, and windmill presses. 25 on the bike. Life's good, guys. Life is good. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Hyperradiation. I'm going to come back to these babies in a minute. All right? Now, but if you don't think Lynn Nicholson, Cat Anderson, Doc Severinsen, Horst Fisher, Harry James was incorporating hyperradiation, and they couldn't tell you they were doing it. If you don't think they were doing that, think again. All right, let me honk a little bit. See what we got. Hyperradiation. It's hyperradiation slash compression, or compression slash hyperradiation. And all the great ones, every single one that I've mentioned and more. If you don't think they're doing that, they don't even know they're doing it. I had to do the research. That's what I'm here for. Jerry didn't know he was doing it. Okay? I told him later on. Wow, okay. Anyway, hyperradiation is, definition, incorporating different muscle groups to do a singular task. Okay? Now, I will take a 35-pound kettlebell. Okay? Medium, medium heaviness. Okay, not a big deal. Taking it here, and I'm up in the rack position. With my posture this way, I could literally stand here like this and support it and do a 2-hour lecture on chops and not move this. I'd be completely comfortable. But here's what I'm going to do. Instead of incorporating hyperradiation, I'm going to let the rest of my body go completely ragdoll. Completely relaxed. Now try to push this up with just the strength in my arm. Can't do it. Can't do it. But I'm going to take another 35 pounder. We're going to put them up together. That's double the weight. Okay? I'm gripping the floor with my toes. My core is engaged. My shoulders, my lats, everything. Okay? We get the compression going. Double the weight, and it's up and down like a piston. That is compression. Compression by hyperradiation. Now, what happens is this. Do you think Lynn Nicholson, Cat Anderson, Horst Fisher, Faddis, Maynard, you think all of these guys are thinking about incorporating their muscles? No. No. It just happens for them. They just do it so naturally they don't even think about it. You can't do that either. You can't go up to a mic and be thinking about some jazz solo and thinking, well, my core and I have to engage. No. The kettlebells do it for you. I am not thinking about that hyperradiation one bit. The compression is just there. And the beauty of the 1SB mouthpiece holds it in, and you're off. Hyperradiation. I learned this from kettlebell. There is nobody else in the world that is teaching this. Any trumpet teacher is teaching this. Pavel, who I got my certification from, talks of that incessantly. Bruce Lee, that's all he talks about, is compression and air power. He talks about it. And what happens is, guys, it frees up everything else. Since you're incorporating all these muscles, you've got all this extra power, it takes all the stress off the chops. Guys, that's what I do with my pitchers. Now I'm going to show you a kettlebell snatch. Okay? Now, this is a move. Okay? You're coming, it's all done from here. This is not an upper body work at all. But you name me one exercise, one single exercise, push up, sit up, bench press, one that simulates a pitching motion more than this. Look at that downward motion. The point is, that is what you're doing. Now, I'm telling you, that move is not an upper body, it's not an arm strengthening technique. The arms are along for the ride. Listen to what I just said. Look at me. I can go out and do a 100-mile bike ride right now. And after 10 seconds of snatching, I'm breathing like I did Pyrenees. But when you incorporate the kettlebells into pitching, your arms are along for the ride. That is music to any pitcher's ears. Guys, I can do 2, 3, 500 throws a day and max out at 90 miles an hour. Well into my 70s. Why? Because I know how to compress. And these guys today, like trumpet players today, have no idea what they're talking about. None. That's why they're all big muscle, steroids, and they're blowing their arm out. They can literally not run to first base. John Carlos Stanton, they don't let him run to first base of the Yankees. Aaron Judge blew his arm out. He's not even a pitcher. It's insane what's going on. Same thing with trumpet. Let your compression, let the muscles of your entire body give you that pop that all of our great ones are striving for, or get, and we are striving for. Guys, that is what they are doing naturally since the day they were born that we missed along the way. And we're all, well, we got to tighten the corners and we got to get them, 3/4 of the top lip, 1/3. Has nothing to do with it. Well, your airstream and juxtaposition of your jaw has nothing to do with it. I heard some jackass talk about that the chops the other day should be like a hammock. They should be tight in the corners and relaxed in the middle. Guys, I guarantee you that guy can't play a note that anybody wants to listen to. I don't have to hear him play. It's just the opposite. This is relaxed. That is firm. Guys, hyperradiation. Get in touch with me. Get the SFE book. It's $10. Take a lesson from me. I will incorporate the trumpet in with the kettlebell. I'll show you in a half an hour. We'll start off with a C scale. Give me 15 minutes with the kettlebell. We'll do another C scale, and you tell me there isn't a difference. It feels like the horn's jumping out of your hand. Hyperradiation. Have a great weekend. Love you all.